was thinking about the move from where we were to Tiffany's, right? And it's like, am I the only one who's just like, God, get us in the building now, right? I'm just so ready. I think the only person more ready is Kata. Kata's like giving us cash, like just take cash, get us in the building, right? She's ready. Because it's been hard. It's been a hard transition. So let me just show you how faithful God is. And why this is so critical. Again, I'm not a prophet. I'm just looking at stuff, right? If you just look at in our church, we have as many people coming to the church now as we had before we left the building that we left. In less than desirable conditions. I mean, can we agree on that? Like, nobody's waking up going, yippee, we get to set up again, right? This is hard work. And God's still honoring the faithful service of leaders. And He's allowing us to influence people's lives. He's still sending people to our church who love what God's doing in the gathering. So take that, right? Take that awesome thing, whatever I just described, and move it half a block down into a facility that they'll walk into and go, God, this is amazing. And we walk into and go, this is awesome. I didn't come at 6. Whoa. All that momentum. And you tell me that people aren't going to show up. And we have 6 months to get ready. So we talk about first in because there's people coming behind us. That's all the responsibility I need. We've got to get this ready. Not teams and tasks. We need to get ready. Because there's a wave coming of souls that God's entrusting to us. And He entrusts it to a core that is unified on the mission. Like we said at the very first question, our mission is not making cupcakes, right? Our mission is making disciples. We want to make disciples. And here's the 3 values that I want you to, when you take these core value cards home, they're all on there, okay? Bold faith. We value bold faith. We expect God to do big things. We value unbreakable unity. Unbreakable unity does not mean that we agree on everything, because I'm pretty sure in this room we have Tar Heel fans, and Blue Devil fans, and State fans. Pray for us.
We're getting a new coach.
We're getting a new coach again. But it means, you know what unbreakable unity means? It means we defend one another. You know, can I just tell you what it means practically? Practically, it means that we give each other the benefit of the doubt. Practically, it means that when we send an invitation and people don't respond, we don't think they don't care. We think something must have gone wrong. They must not have gotten that email. Or Chase responded but didn't tell on you. We need to go beat up Chase, right? I mean, that's what we need to do. He's going to watch this too. It's going to be great. So we say this all the time. I got it from Andy Stanley. There's a gap between what we expect and what we experience. And in that gap, you either believe the best or you assume the worst. Unbreakable unity always believes the best. Always. Always believes the best, instead of assuming the worst. Okay? And then last, unwavering prayer. We value unwavering prayer. Okay? Now, Sundays, there's a group of us that meet at 7:30 to pray. That's not the easiest thing for all of you to come to, because some of you are there at 6 setting up and you're going home to get cleaned up before you come back. Just let you know that that's been going on for a long time, right? Because that is what sets the tone for the entire Sunday. It's there if you want to come. But unwavering prayer doesn't mean that you come to us and pray with us. It just means that you're praying, right? It means that we're walking a city. It means that you're on your anniversary. You walk the city. That's crazy. It just means that becomes something that you value. Not because they told me I had to, but because Philo, first in, last out. I'm first in, last out. When people ask me, why is your church walking around the city? We don't go, we're just trying to get in shape. Because we are believing that the Word of God will change our city. Period. Oh, you're trying to get money for the building. No. No, we believe the Word of God will change our city. Period. Period. God will take care of the money because He's for our city. And then we're not ashamed to say that. So when the paper calls me and asks me why we're doing it, I'm not going to say, it's a fitness movement. No, it's a prayer movement. It's a prayer movement, right? And that's what those mean. So faith, unity, and prayer. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says this: a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. Now, I know in Ecclesiastes we're talking about people, like wrap 3 people together, that won't be, all that kind of stuff. We're talking about marriage, husband, wife, Jesus. But just for a second, just give me some latitude. 3 strands. Faith, prayer, unity. Cord of 3 strands, not easily broken. I'm just naive enough to believe this, that if we walked out of this room as leaders at the gathering, committed to faith, prayer, and unity, that's a cord that will not be easily broken. So, it's been all about candy, right? So on the way out today, we're going to send you out with Twizzlers. Because Twizzlers are the best ever! And not only Twizzlers, but the peel and pull Twizzlers, which kind of in a weird way is refuting my point because those are easy to pull apart because they're made that way. But they also kind of look like a braid and they're woven together. And it's Ecclesiastes 4:12, so give me a little bit of grace on that too. Plus, I'll give you Twizzlers. I mean, how can I not give you grace, right? All right. Well, God, thanks so much for just a chance to sit together. I thank you for these leaders that you have entrusted to us. And, God, at the end of the day, what I find myself praying more and more is that I just want to be a faithful steward with what you've given to us, God. And, we think of stewardship as money, but stewardship is people. And this room is filled with value. People that you have equipped, that you are raising up and cultivating in their areas of leadership. And so, just as we get ready to leave today, just real specifically, God, I pray that you would breathe your Spirit into these leaders. Not implying that any of them are dead bones, but I think about that valley of dry bones, God. And Ezekiel prophesied to the breath and said for the breath to come into the bones. And so many times, God, we can look like we've got it all together and we can kind of look like a body, but we're just bones without breath. And God, you've called us to be an army. And that doesn't happen without the breath of your Spirit. And so, God, wherever we find ourselves in our lives right now, I pray that right now, you would fill us with the power of your Holy Spirit. That you would breathe your breath of life into us. And that these bones, this room full of bodies, would live. Would walk out of here as an army. And just equipped by you to do what you've called us to do in this city. We thank you for allowing us the honor of watching a dead city come back to life. Who gets to say that? We do. We get to watch a dead city. A city who has been dead since the textile died and has no direction. We get to be a part of you breathing life back into the city. And we thank you for giving us that honor. Help us, God, to do it well. And help us, God, like Paul said, to be first followers of you. As we all follow Christ, God, that we would jump in line and be the first to follow. Thank you for all of the wind that will come as a result of that. For souls that will be changed, for families that will be rescued, for addictions that will be broken, for bodies that will be healed. God, for all the things that you're going to do in this city, just because we together in this room collectively today agree. It's bigger than any one of us. So we're all just going to be the best first followers of Jesus we can be. We trust you with all the rest of it. In your name, Jesus.